Cats. You think you know them, and then they do something completely wild. Believe it or not, our moggies share 96% of their genes with a tiger, along with traits from every fantastic feline in the cat family. So why did one of the world's deadliest predators swap wilderness for suburbia? And how much of the wild is still left in them? This series explores cats like never before, tracing their epic journey from apex hunter to living room lounger. This time, we discover how wildcats became such popular pets and global internet stars. We reveal how a kitten's cute looks have been key to their success. Investigate rumors of the world's biggest pet cat.
I've never seen a cat as big as this before. It's a massive cat.
And discover how cats aren't quite the solitary creatures we once thought. Cats have a story to tell, and it's wilder than you could ever imagine. Cats. Aloof, but affectionate. Serene, but savage. Tame, but supposedly untrainable. That's because, despite living alongside us for thousands of years, they are in many ways still wild animals. And yet, we adore them. Worldwide, there are 3 times more domestic cats than dogs, and they are believed to be the world's most popular pets. And cuteness has been key to the success of cats. So let's start with the cuteness. Kittens are regularly crowned as the world's most adorable animals. And this is no coincidence. It all comes down to a quirk of our biology. Dr. John Bradshaw is a world expert on domestic cats.
Well, there are lots of reasons why we find kittens very cute. Some of it's to do with the fact they're small and vulnerable and furry and they play a lot. But there's some very specific features about their faces too, which trigger some really quite primitive emotions in people.
It's known as the cute response. And to show how it works, John has digitally changed an image of a kitten.
First of all, we've elongated the snout to make it much more like that of a typical mammal. And you can see already it's lost a lot of its cuteness. And then we've shrunk the eyes down to be, again, much more typical of a mammal's eyes. Now we've basically got an animal which isn't really cute at all. And then you can see, put those features back the way they were, and instantly the cuteness is restored.
So why do we find those big eyes and small chins so appealing? Well, it reminds us of someone much closer to us. Babies. They share these same features. And as mammals, we're hardwired to react to this. Both kittens and babies stimulate our brains to release the feel-good hormone, dopamine. The same hormone that's released when we fall in love. It's recently been shown that watching cute kittens or babies makes us more cautious. We perform tasks in a more delicate and precise way. It's part of our nurturing instinct and makes us want to look after them. It's so ingrained in our psyche, even children's teddy bears have been altered to look more kitten-like.
Back in the Victorian era, teddy bears looked like bears. They were just little replicas of genuine grizzly bears. But then it was quite quickly discovered that actually bears with very large faces and round faces, rather like that of a kitten, sold much better than the naturalistic ones.
Today, the most striking evidence of the cute response is our love of cats on the internet. We are obsessed with them. In the UK alone, nearly 4 million of us look at images and videos of cats every day. Worldwide, cats have received 26 billion views on YouTube, making them the single most popular category. But what's behind this feline fascination?
Well, I think the first reason that we see so many cats on the internet is just because they're very cute. Their cute baby-type faces, the fact they're very playful, both trigger something in us which instinctively makes us want to watch them.
But it's not just about being cute. Puppies also share baby-like features, but clips with dogs don't tend to go viral to the same extent.
Push! Yay! High five!
It's thought this comes down to their facial expressions. Dogs are eager to please us, and a complex network of facial muscles makes their expressions easy for us to read. Cats have far fewer facial muscles, so their faces show little expression. It means we can decide if they're happy, grumpy, or just indifferent.
When you look at a video or a picture of a cat, you can kind of almost project any emotion you want onto it. So putting captions onto pictures of cats, the whole lolcats phenomenon, for example, is actually reasonably straightforward.
Our love of cute kittens and internet cats may seem trivial, But the primitive emotions that young cats trigger in us was a key part of their journey into our home.
We think that this cute response is part of the story of the cat's domestication. The first part is probably about the cat being a good hunter and people not necessarily reacting very much to this cuteness. But quite soon after cats began to live in our homes, it's inevitable that people would have started to just notice the fact that these are animals which really excite us and make us want to look after them. And so that would have then speeded up the process of domestication.
Kittens may have duped us into caring for them, but don't be fooled. We also used cats for their killer instincts. Our kittens are now 10 days old, and their eyes have opened for the first time. Like most kittens, their eyes are blue in the early days, as very young cats can't produce the pigment melanin. As they grow up, most eye colours will change to green, yellow, orange or copper. They can hear now too, but they struggle to identify where the sounds are coming from. For now, they're completely dependent on Mum. But in the coming weeks, these kittens will develop the skills they need to look after themselves. In the wild, nearly every species of cat is solitary. After spending the first few months with Mum, young cats must head off and survive on their own. And strangely, this independent spirit has been one of the reasons cats make such popular pets.